Hello metal fans, especially if you like thrash metal. I am Alan D Music, and today I'm pitting the title track of Slayer's fifth album, Seasons in the Abyss, versus Testament's closing track of their Also Black record, 7 Days of May. As with these videos, I am just having fun and trying to dissect which song comes out on top in terms of three criterias. In this case, I'll base my pick on 1. The songwriting, the riffs, number 2, the chorus, and number 3, the solos. Both albums from both bands came out in 1990, which arguably was the peak of thrash metal in terms of popularity and mainstream appeal, and that culminated from both bands playing together at the Clash of the Titans tour in Europe and in the US in 1990 and 1991. Now on to the songwriting. Slayer's Season starts off with the intro riff that's both haunting and sinister, which builds into the main riff, and then you have that semi-galloping riffs that comes into the first verse and for the most part in the rest of the song. I also gotta say, stellar work by Dave Lombardo on this one, along with the rest of the band. On the other hand, you have Testament's 7 Days of May, which starts off heavy in the beginning with hardly any breaks in the song, where you also have that punkish heavy riffs in the verse sections, which I thought is the highlight of the song for me, as it fitted really well with Chuck Billy's vocal delivery. That said, to me, Slayer Seasons in the Abyss packs a heavier and serious punch with its more complex riffs compared to Testament's 7 Days of May, which had good riffs but basically pretty straightforward. That said, I will have to give Slayer the edge in terms of songwriting with Seasons in the Abyss. Onto the chorus section. Slayer's Seasons doesn't get mentioned at all in the lyrics itself, but are just implied for the listener, where you have the close your eyes go insane lines in the chorus. And I thought that Tom Araya did a good job with his moody vocal delivery on the song, but I wonder had they included the Seasons in the Abyss line in the chorus section, that it might have been a better chorus or hook overall. Meanwhile, you have Testament's 7 Days of May, which does include the title itself in the chorus section, with the Freedom Calling 7 Days of May lines. So with that alone, and with Slayer's Seasons lacking in the chorus in my opinion, then I would have to give it up to Testament's 7 Days of May as having the better chorus of the two. To the solo sections, Kerry King starts off Seasons in the first solo, followed by Jeff Hanneman in the second half. Both managed to complement the rhythm section nicely during their solos. And as great as Alex Skolnick was on the 7 Days of May solo, it unfortunately ends abruptly before the last verse comes in, and that's just my complaint on that solo. That said, and pardon the pun, then in my opinion, Slayer slayed it on the solo sections on this one. So with a score of 2-1, I will have to give it up to Slayer's Seasons in the Abyss as the better song of the two. Alright fans, thanks for watching this one, and let the world know your thoughts in the comments below about those two tracks from two legendary thrash titans. And please subscribe as well, as it means a lot. I am Alan D Music, and I will see you all in the next one. God bless.